Hello, welcome to Shrink Talks. My name is Elizabeth Daniels. I have a psychotherapy practice in Federal Way, Washington. Conversation is a vital part of our lives. Think about it. Every relationship that we have that's enriched the quality of our lives started with a conversation. Being able to start and hold a good conversation helps us to express ideas, thoughts, and feelings with another person and provides for us that vital need for human contact. When meeting new people, there are usually 4 levels of conversation that we move through. Level 1, small talk. Small talk consists of current events, our current situation we find ourselves in right now, or the weather. It's not very fulfilling, but it serves a great purpose. It's there so we can size each other up and say to ourselves, is this a person that I feel comfortable with? Would I like to continue the conversation with this person, or do we kind of repel each other and it doesn't work very well? So small talk is a way to see if we sync up in any way. Now, if that goes well and we're thinking, hey, this person feels good, we're kind of connecting here, then our conversation moves to level 2, facts. Here is where we give facts about ourselves. We talk about our occupation or some hobby that we have. We like horseback riding, we play chess, whatever it is. And so we're kind of getting to know the person in terms of, well, do you like this? Because this is what I like, and they're saying what they like. So we're getting to know each other a little bit more. Do we have anything in common in terms of the things we like to do? Do we take vacations to Hawaii every year? Do we go to New York City to visit our parents on the holidays? Those kinds of, still kind of superficial, but getting more personal. Now, if we find some connection there, then we move to level 3, opinions. Here we give our opinion about things, maybe per people that we know in common, or politics, religion, current events. We can give more of our opinion on that, so that the person gets to know us more deeply. We can share more personal information about ourselves. Now, ideally, this person is doing this we're doing this back and forth, so we're moving through these levels together in what we're sharing with one another. Now, if we have some commonalities about how we think about things and feel about things, and our opinions are kind of jiving and we feel good, maybe there's some opinions that clash, but it's okay because we kind of have fun bantering about them. Hey, we're on our way to a good friendship here. Then we move on to level 4. Now, level 4 is about sharing feelings and emotions and really personal information. This could be information about how you feel about your child, worries or hopes and concerns you have about them. It could be sharing health problems that you have or concerns about your mother-in-law or your spouse. More in really personal things that you wouldn't just be talking to anybody about. Now, these 4 levels, we don't move through all of these in our first meeting with someone new, because at each level a sense of trust needs to develop and comfort, and we need to see that what we're doing is being reciprocated. If we just dive into level 4, we don't even know this person, and the reciprocation of that hasn't been built, and so there isn't this trust and foundation of a good relationship happening. So you don't want to meet someone for the first time and start talking about how your mother-in-law drives you crazy and how you're having some health problems and all the details about this health problem. Unless maybe you're at a function where they are discussing health problems, then that would be different because, right, you're talking about your current surroundings, and that's what you're to do in that particular venue that you're meeting this person in. Besides keeping in mind the 4 levels of conversation, you might want to possess the attributes of a good conversationalist. Now, some of those attributes include, number 1, being up to date on current events. Now, this doesn't mean you need to inundate yourself with negative news, just have an idea about what's going on in the world. Number 2, be positive. No one likes to sit with someone who's complaining and being judgmental of other people and pointing out faults of other people. I remember back before I was trained to be a therapist, I noticed one day that a friend, we were joining up to have coffee, and I noticed that I started our meeting right away with some negative complaint about something. And I noticed then, after that, that that's how I established rapport with people, was to start, can you believe that this and that? And then I thought that would have them join in with me. Oh, yeah, I don't like that either. And now we'd feel connected. Well, that's a way to establish rapport, but it's not as uplifting and life-giving as it is to be positive. Number 3 is to believe that everybody has something valuable to offer you and something interesting to say. And then 4, really listen to this person. Good conversationalists are good listeners because most of us love to talk about ourselves more than anything else. So if you are a good listener and you are listening well to somebody when they're talking, they will really appreciate that and they will think that you are a good conversationalist. Ideally, it would be nice if you also met a good conversationalist and they were a good listener, and then you watched how much you were talking and stopped enough to let them talk, so there's this back and forth flow, so no particular person is dominating the conversation. And then finally, 5, another characteristic of a good conversationalist is they ask open-ended questions. And a closed-ended question is a question that would elicit a yes or no answer. That sort of stops the flow of a conversation. So you want to ask questions that start with how, where, when, who, those kinds of questions. The exercise challenge for this week is to go out there, meet new people, keeping in mind the 4 levels of conversation and practicing the characteristics of a good conversationalist and see what happens. You might make some really good friends and liberate your mind one thought at a time. See you next time.